No money, no problem. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to invest in real estate with very little money. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. I'm going to give you step-by-step instruction of the action you need to take today, even though you might not have much money right now, but will get you to a lot more money in the future. All right, let's face it. A lot of us get into real estate because we're tired of being broke. We're tired of having no money. We're tired of working for the man. We're tired of having that W-2 job that we're shackled to. We are tired of just not having the time to spend with our children or our wives or our husbands. That's why we get into real estate. If we had all the money we ever needed, we probably wouldn't even step into real estate. So let's just put that aside. We understand that we all start with little to no money. That's exactly how I started. I started with no money and no time. That was kind of like almost like a recipe for catastrophe, for disaster. So I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it. And I'm going to give you some practical instruction today for you to take some steps right away. So you don't have money. You're listening to this video, you're watching this video, you don't have a lot of money to invest in real estate. I'm going to show you some of the fastest ways that you can get started making money right away. All right, so my name is Brent Bowers. I've done over 400 land transactions and I've got 74 land payments paying me every single month. These are notes where people have to go to work to pay for the land that they have purchased from me. How did I start though? I started with that first land deal. How did I find that first land deal? I went to my county tax collector office. I went to the county treasurer's office. This is the person that's in charge of making sure the taxes get paid on the vacant raw land. Well, granted, a lot of these lists are going to have like mobile homes on it and houses on it and land and industrial and commercial, all these things. I had to figure out a way to filter out the vacant raw land only. So I'm going to tell you exactly the steps to take it. That way you can build a business that serves you, your families, and others. I was shackled to my W-2 job, which was the United States military. On average, I was gone almost half the year. I was away most of the time. So on a 12-month basis, I was gone usually 7 months out of those 12 months. And that was rough on a marriage. It was definitely rough having a child. For the first year and a half of my son's life, I probably only got to see him about 4 out of those, 18 months. That is not good at all. That's not how, we raise families. And granted, God bless the military for being away, but there's other ways. There's other ways to make a living. That was just a chapter in my life, that 8.5 years. And now I've built a land investing company that pays me every single day, sometimes multiple times a day, for the land that I buy and sell. All right, so on to the instruction. Here's the steps I want you to take to start investing in real estate today with little or no money. I want you to contact your county treasurer's office. Some states they call it a county treasurer. Some states they call it the tax collector. I want you to contact that person and say, hey, I'm looking for a list of properties that are not paying their back taxes. Where can I find that list? And you might have to talk to multiple people. And once you finally get this list, it might be all discombobulated. It might be just random schedule numbers. You need to make friends with the county assessor. You need to figure out how to figure out, okay, is this vacant raw land? Is this a single family home? Is this a mobile home? A lot of times it might just be an assessor's parcel number, APN, or a folio number, or a schedule number. You need to figure out what that is and plug that into your county assessor's website. And in that way, you can figure out who the owner is of that property, what the mailing address of that property is, because every property, every vacant raw piece of land is going to have a separate mailing address than what the actual physical address or the situs address. Basically, that is where the land is located. Where the mailing address is usually where the owner lives or where they pick up their mail, because the county has to have a way to mail those tax bills so that they get paid, and they're not getting paid. So that screams right there might be some type of motivation for that seller to want to get rid of that land. All right, you found the list. Now what do we do with the list? We have to figure out how to get this list from basically the bare bones list that it's in. Maybe it comes in an Excel spreadsheet. Maybe it comes in a PDF document. I want you to get it over to an Excel spreadsheet or just some type of sheet to where you can see the owner's name, the property address or the situs address where the land's located, and then the mailing address. And then I want you to send each one of these people, and I would like for you to set a goal of 20 per day, 20 people per day that you want to mail either a postcard or a simple letter. That letter can say as simple as, hey, my name is Brent Bowers. I'd like to buy your land at 123 Main Street. If you're interested in an all cash fair offer, no hassle, give me a call or text me and God bless you. You know, I've sent out thousands and thousands and thousands of postcards, and I've purchased hundreds of vacant raw parcels of land with this exact postcard. I want to give it to you right now as my free gift for just watching this video. And that is by going to the landsharks.com/postcard. That is the exact postcard that I sent out to buy that first piece of land for $285 and to sell it to a realtor the next day for $5,000. All right, so now we're sending the postcards, and then the next thing we're gonna do is that phone is gonna start ringing. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what to say to these people when they call looking to sell their land. But before I do, I want you to smash that like button. That is my tip. I just gave you that free gift. That's my postcard that I've used to purchase hundreds of vacant raw parcels of land. And let's keep rolling. Hopefully you hit that like button. All right, what do you say? What do you say to these people when they call you? They haven't been paying their taxes for years. They're about to lose the land. They're out of state. They've never even seen the land. They might have inherited it. They don't care about it. You know, their husband bought it, 100 years ago. What do you say to these people? I'm gonna give you the exact verbiage to say, and that is yours for free just by watching this video. That's another gift I'm giving to you. I want you to go to thelandsharks.com/script. Thelandsharks.com/script. Follow that script verbatim. Use it, internalize it, learn it, make it your own, and start having great conversations with these landowners. All right, and finally, I want you to get this piece of land under contract at a massive discount. Brent, what's a massive discount? Well, I want you to look at like the 3 lowest comps, the 3 lowest comparable parcels of land. When I say comparable, if yours is a half acre, you need to be looking at a half acre parcel of land. If yours is on, B Street, I don't want you looking any further than a mile away. That's comparable property. Apples to apples comparison, not apples to oranges. That will never work. And I want you to get that property under contract for even less than what the lowest comps sold for. So look at the 3 lowest comps and get it for even lower. So if the 3 lowest comps average to $10,000, I want you to get that piece of land under contract for like $7,000. And then you got it under contract. Now I want you to go out there and search for a buyer that wants a discount on this land. Either they're gonna pay, cash and quick closing, or you're gonna buy it yourself for $7,000 because it's worth $10,000 and you're gonna sell it for $10,000 on payments. There's 2 ways you can do it. You're gonna sign that contract to a cash buyer, make a quick difference. Let's just say you're getting it under contract for $7,000. You're buying it for $7,000. You're gonna sell it to a cash buyer for $8,000. You're gonna make a quick $1,000 difference by just getting something under contract on a piece of paper and going out there and selling it to a cash buyer. Or let's just say you're gonna buy it for $7,000 and you're gonna get a down payment from someone. A down payment of like, let's just say $3,000 or $4,000. And then you collect payments every single month. You're gonna sell it for $10,000 at 12% interest. So you're gonna roughly buy something for $7,000 and collect $10,000 plus interest on it and basically make a quick profit. Now granted, I like to do a little bit more profit than that, especially when I'm seller financing a property. I generally go for a 3x return. So if I'm buying a piece of land for $3,000, I like to be able to sell it for about $9,000. If I'm buying it for $10,000, I want to be able to sell it for $30,000. And that allows me my margin of safety, my buffer for error. And also Warren Buffett does it. Warren Buffett goes on that rule. He likes to get a 3x return. So if I buy a piece of land for $30,000, I want to sell it for $90,000. And that's before interest. That's before charging interest. Not all the land parcels that we do, we don't charge interest on all of them, but most of them, we're generally getting anywhere from 9 to 12% interest on those land parcels. So that's like the icing on the cake. So it just so happens we're taking on a few more students. So if you're interested at all in having someone hold your hand to show you how to build the land business that I've just been speaking about for the last few minutes, I want you to go to thelandsharks.com right now, schedule a call, fill out the application. We'll see what you have to say. And if we like what you have to say, if you're a team player, if you're a person that can take action, we might even invite you into the tribe.